It's easy to get wrapped up in the bread making and binge drinking from quarantine lockdowns, but some experts say this time in isolation has been extremely challenging for those recovering from eating disorders.
I think the most difficult part for me was feelings of loneliness, just because that's like a huge trigger for me.
Helena, now 20 years old, developed anorexia and binge purge disorder when she was 14. She's currently in recovery and has a team of providers who can meet virtually until things go back to normal. But she says she can't wait to see them in person again.
I just feel more connected to them.
Many experts warn about eating disorders thriving in isolation, making quarantine the perfect environment to revert to old behavior. A new study shows that during the pandemic, people with anorexia reported an increase in restrictive eating. Those with bulimia or binge eating disorder reported an increase in binge eating and urges to binge. And when state and nationwide shutdowns began, Americans faced food shortages and price increases at the grocery store. So it's not just people who already have eating disorders that experts are concerned about.
People start doing sort of weird things with food. They get more compulsive. They save stuff. They count stuff. They measure stuff. They are anxious about, maybe I shouldn't eat this. Maybe I should save it. Or maybe I should eat more of it because I may not be able to get it in the future.
None of that is helped by the pressure to stay healthy to avoid the virus, or the quarantine 15. It's a common phrase seen on social media, which has seen an increase in use amid quarantine-induced isolation. But popular apps like Instagram and TikTok offer more than digital connection with friends and family. Both are filled with eating disorder content, despite efforts to curb it.
We're all seeing, COVID 15 pounds. We're all going to gain weight in COVID, and all the diet memes and all the jokes and all the pressures.
The good news is that there's also a growing digital community for recovery.
I've found a lot of different resources on social media that have really been helpful to me, like different accounts that promote like body positivity, or like are people who themselves are in eating disorder recovery and share their own struggles.
The most recent estimates show that at least 30 million Americans have eating disorders, though some experts believe it could be higher. It also has the highest mortality rate among all mental illnesses, making virtual resources for people struggling even more important. Bianca Fascini, Newsy, Washington.